Hey everyone! So, back to Arknights. Also because I feel like it. Also I feel like I'm not making a lot of progress. Mainly because the cutscenes are too long, so we're just gonna keep chipping away at this as much as we can. Also, they did the thing again. Where they let you choose who you want to prioritize in the gacha, so I guess I'm starting with some gambling. I picked these people for some obvious reasons. We just did the intermezzo with Aurora and Ines, so gotta go for them. They also seem, I checked their kits and they seem very cool. And also Silek, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. She also seems really cool. And also these guys. I'm really hoping I get this girl, Sporia. Sporia. She just seems like I would like her. For no particular reason. Anyway, let's go gambling. Not sure if that was a 6, I don't think it was. Oh, you're new. You use a lot of spaces. Defender, Lutonara. You're also new. You're not a mouse. Alright then. Wait, if that's supposed to be a winter outfit, it looks very inefficient. Good old hibiscus. Some more acid drops. Okay.
ジェイと申します。星熊さんに勧められてロドスに来やした。
Alright. I do like Pinecone. I've used it a couple of times on the long missions. The Eugenium farming missions. That's another mouse. Alright, so I guess my 5-star was the inefficient winter outfit girl. Well, that's literally none of the ones that I was hoping for. Alright, well let's see what these guys do. I said, let's see what these guys do. Nice. What was your talent? Improves SP recovery rate. Okay. Okay. You, Aurora. Tank, DPS defense, duelist. Ah. The tank that only blocks 1. Only restore SP when blocking enemies. Frigid respite. Homeland protector, blocks +2. Defense +60 and gain resist. But how much resist? Did you just gain resist? As in yes? Or a stun for 5 seconds after skill duration. So you just turn into a normal tank. And then you stun yourself. Okay. Do you do anything else? Frigid Respite. When his unit's skill is not active and SP is less than or equal half the maximum, Stop attacking and restore 1.5 max health every second. What? Artificial snowfall. Attack interval increases, attack plus 3%, attacks inflict cold. Reduces attack speed and causes subsequent applications of cold to may inflict frozen. Ah, right. On enemies. Oh. For 2.5 seconds to the target is already frozen. The attack will instead deal 200 attack as damage. Skill activation grants 9 ammo. Skill ends when all ammo is used. Can be manually deactivated. Huh. Okay, now this looks interesting. Otherwise, not too particularly impressed. Also, a mouse. That's not a mouse. Arts Fighter. Deals arts damage. Attack plus 30. Targets attack minus 15% for 5 seconds. Combo. 10% chance to attack twice in a row when attacking. Okay. Fury. Attack and defense plus 27%. Okay, this is pretty straightforward. She just does damage. Art damage. Yep, nope, she just does damage. Lutonada. Juggernaut. Cannot be healed by allies. Oh. From Death's Clutches. Recovers 2% health when an enemy being blocked by this unit is killed. Oh, so that's how you heal. Magnetic Defense. Stops attacking and deploys a massive shield, creating a powerful magnetic field. Gains plus 45 defense, deals 30% attack as arts damage to all nearby ground enemies for every 2 seconds, and drags all unblocked enemies slightly towards herself. Oh. Very interesting. Very interesting. I might actually get to this eventually. Not right now, obviously, but eventually. Anyway, for now, we're just gonna keep doing the story as we were. 7-6, Forgotten Lands. We've encountered guerrilla messengers on our way to the central area of the core city. They employ a unique method of communication and commanding, and we may perhaps be able to draw some inspiration from fighting against them. Okay. Do I have my usuals here? Kind of. I don't think I have Mayor leveled up to a point where I want to use her yet. So I'm gonna switch to someone else. I haven't used Turner in a bit.
언제든지 갈 수 있어. 다음 현장은 어디야?
Chernobog Underground Base. 10:30 a.m. You were waiting for me here? Yes. It took me a long time to find you. We'll begin the operation after we finish collecting all the environmental information. Before that, it'll benefit you to hear exactly what's going on inside Chernobog's core city. Amiya's a bit tied up on the scene, so she won't be able to join this discussion. You've already read the information on the mission briefing, but that kind of information is not good enough for a mind like yours. Bitch, what? If you take an interest in some part of me, you can just come out and say it. No need to stare so much. I was just lost in general. But skip the chatter. Just tell me if you want to tell me, but skip the chatter. We don't have much time. Rhodes Island and the LGD worked together to take down Reunion and neutralize the forces controlled by Mephisto and Crownslayer. After that, Reunion's deployment in Lungmen fell apart completely. There are some dogs out here. Amiya reported to me that you had difficult fight with a Frost Nova, an infected serving Reunion as leader of a special squad at the bottom of Lungmen. The battle ended in your victory. There was no victor. I understand. According to the data from PRTS, you had the cooperation of our operators when you brought the enemy's body back to Rhodes Island for treatment. I do not consider her an enemy. Dr. Shapeless, distinguish your friends from your foes. No, you might get the wrong idea, but you must hear me out. What? I am not trying to blame you, Dr. Shapeless. Amiya told me what happened between you and the enemy commander. Only those who were there at the time, had the information to decide what to do. I don't have the right to overreach and criticize your judgment, but I will anyway. You tried to understand the motives of an infected. You were willing to bear the consequences of the things she, Frostnova, did. That is what you did. If you plan to use this method to make sense of the suffering in this world, I have no reason to blame you. I am even willing to vouch for you before the operators of Rhodes Island. Dr. Shapeless, make your own decisions, and I will not try to interfere. After that, I will determine the part of the responsibility that belongs to Rhodes Island. Your powers and responsibilities complement one another. Distinguish your enemies from your friends. Those are your words, not mine. If you really want to breathe as one. Bitch, what? I never said that. Hold up, I need to... Okay, sorry about that. More accurately, Frostnova and her Yeti squad were a guerrilla team of elite infected. Right now, there are still two elite forces that Reunion is still able to mobilize. These guerrilla warriors are the first. The second is the Sarkaz mercenary W and her team of sellswords. About that. According to my intel, W used some underhanded tactics to seize leadership of the Sarkaz mercenaries working with Reunion. We don't have time to go over what should be common historical knowledge, but let me say this frankly. Sarkaz mercenaries are unreliable, a problem W faces just as much as Reunion. Sarkaz mercenaries are unlike normal agency mercenaries. They are the overflowing military might of Gazdel, spilling out across the land. Trying to control them is an act of folly. It will only anger the forces backing them. What? I haven't even gotten to the important part. The point is, the infected guerrillas of Yeti Squad are completely different from the Sarkaz mercenaries. There are no similarities between them in terms of their form, organization, behavior, or creed. Before joining Reunion's ranks, they were an independent guerrilla force of infected, and their prestige was even greater among certain groups of infected than that of Reunion. And before they formed this guerrilla force, they used to be part of the mighty Ursus military. The guerrillas of the northwestern tundra? I'm not sure where you learned that piece of information, Doctor, but I color me impressed. Alright. Though that piece of information itself is fairly basic, I am relieved that you're able to proactively gather intel on your own. Wait, are you making fun of me? I only give you what you deserve. We've arrived at the foundations of the industrial sector at Chernobog's core city. Next, we'll lead 3 teams to the complex underground passages, take the sewer pipes into the industrial layer, and come up in the heart of the core city. Be aware that any enemies you see patrolling these areas are not the ordinary Reunion thugs you're used to fighting. We will meet rigorously trained soldiers, trained in the tactics of Ursus' own army by the guerrillas. Our recon operators discovered that communication networks have been forcefully cut off within the core city. Rather, it seems the Reunion didn't even try to maintain these channels. There is a severe contrast upon modern-day squads who rely on the most common modes of communication. What this means is Reunion either already has some special way of communicating, or they simply aren't prepared to fight. Based on what we saw in Chernobog a month ago, don't expect the second scenario. However, if communication is cut off, the lower-ranking reunion members won't receive direct commands. Most of the time, expect them to act independently. I fear they won't know signals they cannot receive, a signal that only countries and city-states can distinguish, one that marks the territory of horses. A terrible storm is brewing within this city. Chaos, whether caused accidentally or deliberately, will permeate everywhere like thick smoke. They're a step ahead of me, and the seeds of ruin have already been sown. Bitch, what? Conflict is brewing within Reunion. Oh, are you sure? I've seen the same thing unfold countless times across this land. Is there something you're not telling me? I've said pretty much everything I needed to say. As for the rest, we'll cross those bridges when we get to them. Even if we're still just preparing for war, efficiency still matters. Please help me notify the members of Team R4, Doctor. Have them take these devices. Hold on. Is there a problem? Aren't these Rosmontises? Rosmontises? Rosmontises. Yes. You seem to know more about Rosmontis than the conversation you had in the bioprocessing unit indicated. So we're getting ready to fight? Never expected she'd have the power to use a device like this. Every elite operator has a considerable amount of strength. We expect them to take charge. So, you haven't had the time to understand how Rosmontis fights. But just to get this out of the way, there are some things they should not be shouldering alone. As field commander, a necessary part of your job is to help relieve the pressure on these operators. In this upcoming battle, you may make some shocking discoveries. Huh? Very few people aren't shocked after watching Rosmontis fight. Make sure you're ready for it. Okay. Dr. Shapeless, you're here! We intercepted an enemy patrol squad, steadily handling the situation. The fight is starting already? Doctor, your position here is kinda risky. I think you probably want to move. Bitch, I just got here. Right there, behind you. Doctor, it's real dangerous to stand next to her. Enemy? Wait, do you mean Rosmontis? Enemy. Doctor, those are the ones who killed my family. Enemies. Oh, she's actually upset. Okay. Bitch, what? Doctor, step aside and get out of the way. I'm not like Amiya. Amiya's arts can go around her friends to strike her enemies. But not me. I can't. So don't stand between me and my fight. Okay. Ah! That girl! The one carrying that box! What's going on? What's wrong with my eyes? I can't see anything. My eyes, my face, my legs. It hurts. Something's crushing my head. No. It's been a long time since I've crushed anyone to death. Those swords! Those swords! Rosmontis? Reunion. I don't want you in my memories. Any of you. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what voice to use there. Anyway. Forgotten Lands.
教習オペレーターの基準は厳しいよ。私の動きについてきて。
What she said.
My speed and I hail from Victoria.
Now she's going to need backup.
Benevolence shall save lives.
Oh,
Crime scene investigation. Benevolence shall save lives. みんな、私に続け。Arts unit discipline strengthens the will.
does she not have? I'm guessing she doesn't have her module thingy. Alright then.
貫く。チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる？
We're just standing here, I guess.
みんな、私に続け。Tactics sharpen the mind.
この一本が最後だから家まで送ろうか。
貫く。Discipline strengthens the will. Discipline strengthens the will. 貫く。
Alright.
みんな、
夜ご飯までに終わりゃいいけどさ。
サポートの負けけ。
この一本が最後だからちょい待ち。あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。
Sure. At least they have low defense, so Ambriel can focus them. I got a feeling I should not have put you there.
What's happening? An incident? What's happening? Stop right there, criminal scum!
And here I was thinking they were actually going to send troops up top. And now it just looks
この
stupid.
一本が最後だからちょい待ち。あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。
Mission accomplished.
Bloodied, torn, pierced. This isn't right. Us, enemies, people. Wailing, screaming, groaning. Exclamation point. You have a question? Ask. Doctor, is your first time seeing Rosmontes fight? I know it's hard to watch, but... I'll handle it. You go tend to the wounded enemies who can't fight anymore. Also among them are communications personnel relaying orders and intelligence. If they're allowed to escape, it puts our whole operation at risk. Roger! Wait, how old is she? 14. And you're letting her... People, please, let me through. What happened here? I just finished handling the... Doctor? What? Doctor, did you just call me? Who sent you out to fight? Who sent you here? Doctor. I mean, you shouldn't have suffered through this, but you're already here, so... I mean, I guess. Exclamation point. I did. Bitch, what? I did. I chose to fight. I want to fight. There are some feelings I can only experience in the battlefield. Protecting my friends and family is the only way I can feel complete. Rhodes Island needs me. The world is calling my name to prevent more people like me from coming into it. I mean, sure, go for it. If you feel like it. Does death care that I am a child? Would war or disease spare someone because they are a child? When Amiya or I stand on the battlefield, who looks at us and thinks, children? We're monsters, aren't we, Doctor? Well, that's just how you see yourself, really. No, Doctor. No, Dr. Shapeless. It doesn't matter what I am. I mean, that was kind of my point. I just want to make a difference. With my family. Do you know Scout? Bitch, what? Do you know Ace? Yeah. It's already been a few days since I watched any of their materials. I've forgotten a lot. But I only forgot I'm not like you, Doctor, who threw away everything. Rosmontis! No, I didn't mean that. But you get it, Amiya. I get it, but just don't say it like that. Fine. I've lost bits and pieces of things. Lots of pictures and words. Those feelings I can't say, only Amiya can understand. But they never truly left me. Doctor, I feel like you're complicated. Even more complicated than they say. They say I'm complicated too. Some of them are scared of me. Some of them say I shouldn't be like this. But they don't know why I'm like this. They don't know what I've been through. Why does my heart suddenly ache? Why do I want to cry now of all times? Even though I can't remember anything, why are my eyes still sore? Why are my lips dry? Who left the stain in the corridor? And why hasn't it been cleaned? Why do I feel worried when I break a vase, but also strangely happy? Why do I feel disgust from looking at flowers, but wonder from looking at bugs? What happened during all the time that I cannot remember? Why do these emotions keep welling up within me? Every operator, I feel, has their own unique differences. And when I lose them, those feelings also disappear. But why? Why do we even have emotions? Why do my tears keep flowing even when I can't remember, or I can't even feel anymore? Didn't I already forget everything? But Rosmontis never wanted me to take her feelings away. These sudden urges of emotion belong to her, no matter what they are. They belong only to Rosmontis. I can't interfere with them. As long as Rosmontis still has hope somewhere inside her, I won't do that. Because it's up to her to choose what to do. She can also choose to forget. To truly forget. Well, I don't know that much about her. Dr. Shapeless, Rhodes Island has a strict screening process for our operators. Many of them apply for combat roles, and we reject most of those. We look at lots of different metrics to decide if an operator is fit for combat. Combat ability, tactical aptitude, discipline, and physical fitness are all important parameters, but that barely scratches the surface. People often have difficulty trusting one another when they're on an actual mission. Rosmontes is here because she trusts in our orders and objectives, and we trust in her abilities and judgment. Please believe in me, Doctor. No, believe in us. You slowly begin to see the colors of her emotions. Doctor, thank you for fighting alongside Blaze. You don't have to thank me. Blaze needs more people fighting alongside her, and I want to see her smile. I want to see you too. I want to see the one Ace and Scout always talked about. Here you are. Well, you found me this time. She uses heavy machinery to quickly and effectively destroy the enemy, while at the same time exhibiting astonishing self-control and adaptiveness. Rosmontes is one of Rhodes Island's greatest annihilation specialists. As such, the way she treats people and the way she speaks may worry you. The way she fights and its contrast with her appearance is indeed very cruel. Blaze running around with a chainsaw may be easier to accept, but the destruction of when Rosmontes takes the field is much harder to stomach. If it will help you sleep at night, I can make you a promise, if it will help at all. Rosmontes almost never kills, though her tactics seem to singularly aim for that outcome. She actually focuses on disabling the enemy's combat abilities. Take the last battle, for example. All the enemies were disarmed, and not a single one died to Rosmontes' attacks. And by disarmed, I mean dismembered. As in they no longer have arms. She also has much more control over her weapons than she once did. Of course, whether or not we can keep the prisoners alive depends entirely on our ability to destroy Reunion's leadership. Only then will we be able to send rescue teams into the core city. But sometimes we must use lethal force in order to accomplish our goals. Some loss of life is inevitable. You still look disturbed. Is this all beyond your ability to accept? Not really, but you're not giving me an option to say that. You might not be able to accept the truth either. Her terrifying originium arts and incredible perception are not the only reasons why Rosmontes is an elite operator. Rosmontes demonstrates these qualities because she became an elite operator. We made our judgment on whether or not to send her to battle, but how disastrous the consequences might be if we didn't let her become a fighter like this. What kind of consequences? Worst case scenario, her arts leak out from her body and push her to kill subconsciously or otherwise. Humans killing each other has become the normal state of things. Even so, most people still hold their weapons and staves themselves. Whether or not someone who has lost sense of self can still be called a person is another topic I'm not interested in discussing, but humanity grapples with the extent and manifestation of this problem. When you deprive a human being of her sentience, what is left? What is created? Hello, Bunny. Hope you're having a good night. I am doing the Rosmontes bit. When that creation deprives us of our lives, who is at fault? The one who created the weapon, the one who used the weapon, or the one who we treat as a weapon? I guess I'll figure that out myself. As we move on to the next battle, I may be able to teach you more. By the way, on the issue of her age, Amia puts on an air of maturity that may have fooled. Maybe. Have you fooled? Maybe not. A young creature, known as a deadly weapon, won't be seen as an ordinary child just because she looks young. Not to mention all that they've been through. Take what you need, It is time to head to the surface. What about Amiya? Is she a weapon too? Probably. You can ask her yourself. This is something you should hear from her. Alright then. Call, sit! Stop right there! Warfarin, I was just leaving. Whatever it is, make it quick. You know that prophecy, don't you? Yes. There's nothing you don't know. Prophecy? Is that not why you allowed Amiya to go? Amiya is the commander of this operation, as well as the one who suggested it. But as young as Amiya is, how can she command... Warfarin, how long has it been since we left Castle? Be precise or I'm leaving. 2 months? Warfarin, stop joking around. I know what you mean. She's grown up. Yes, Warfarin. Time flies. Each progression in wabbitses and vampires is radically different. Excuse me, what? You're just gonna throw in vampires? Just out of nowhere? Vampires are just a thing? Okay then. It has been 3 years since we left Castle. It may feel like a short time for you, but Amiya has matured a lot. Answer my fair question. The prophecy. The last Wendigo will die at the hands of the Lord of Fiends. Okay, now there's Wendigos involved. Correct. I'm familiar with that guerrilla group, and their leader. I'm certain it's him. The original phrasing of the prophecy was, the son of Hor Tucker... Fuck. Tucker's traitor of Zarkaz, and this reputable end of the bloodline will be executed by the Lord of Zarkaz. Some prophecy. Whether or not there is any extension of their bloodline, there are still many Wendigos living their lives in Columbia and Ursus. That is, if a few dozen can be called many. And considering the context of the time, you should view it as a threat. Many people did not want to see the Wendigos leave Castle. It wasn't either of us who said it, and since you still remember it, you must have found it important, no? Are you getting old? Since when do you believe in prophecies and Sarkaz witchcraft? Old? Me? I contracted oropathy. Death is always here with me, waiting for the right time to strike. Warfarin, my life is no doubt much shorter than you think. Hey! Must we be so morbid? I'm not your little girl closure. I won't let you keep skirting the topic. The issue you raise is quite morbid. Never mind. Hear me, Colset. The others may not say as much to you, but I will. He is one of the very few left among us. I'm no bleeding heart, no goody bussybody, but we are Sarkaz. I am a oh, she's just straight up a vampire. Okay then. I am a vampire, and the old man is a Wendigo, but we are the same. I am confused. This world is a tough place for Sarkaz. I hope he can return to Castle, if possible, or come with us. I'm not, Warfarin. I'm not Sarkaz. Vampires and Wendigos are a type of Sarkaz. Oh. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I've heard the word Sarkaz being used a lot. And at this point, I'm not entirely sure what exactly it means. At first, I thought it was like a group of people. Then I thought it was like a country. But then I thought it was like a species. So now I'm not 100% sure. So you refuse? No. I'll do what I can. There's like 10 different types of or something. Okay. So it's like a general like family of subspecies of humanoids, I would suppose. Even if I remember him. Warfarin. Your promise is stronger than anything. Don't get your hopes up that this will be easy. But this time you'll be there. As long as Dr. Coltsit makes her best effort, I'll accept the outcome. Maybe you haven't heard, but your proposal came too late. Some things have already unfolded, and rather unfortunately. Some time ago, an infected clinic in Chernobog called Azazel traded information with us. I learned some more information about the Wendigo and reunion service. What's more, and you should know this well, anyone who stands against the most brutal blade in Ursus will soon learn whether it tastes of salt or rust. Nobody should knowingly place our operators in danger. Some patients' days are numbered, but that number depends on the doctor treating them. It's all up to us. It's all up to us. And I told you before, you may have forgotten. I won't discipline you for it, but I may do something to put an end to it once and for all. You are not to say I'm frightening, Warfarin. We've been over this. Do not, under any circumstances, even at Rhodes Island, speak of the Lord of Fiends. Wait, is she the Lord of Fiends? Ever. Wait. All hands, at ease. Rosmontis, am I getting this right? Yes, I feel it too. Dr. Sheepless, something unexpected here. What? I'm not totally sure, but the core city might be slowing down?
I feel like we've missed some clues, haven't we?
Shut up, May. I'll be back for that later. Oh good, a whole ass cutscene. Let me just drink some water before I start this thing. Okay. Okay. 7-7. A knot that, to this day, has still not been untied. Unknown time. You're not going to draw the curtains? My glass has already been broken. Doing that would just be lying to myself. The glass doesn't matter. Whether Chen is safe does matter. She's skilled, not like her father or her mother. Yes, nothing like her. Beneath my feet is already another river of lights. Longman has already returned to normal, but they still don't know what will happen next. Alone, Chen Hiu Chie cannot stop this disaster. Rhodes Island is with her. They will find her. Vita can no longer hold back the conservatives. For so many years, he has tried to suppress the Great Lords, but he has not been able to completely defeat them, only weaken them. After the Great Rebellion, a harsh blow was dealt to the generals of the various armies and the old nobles behind them. Their statuses and wealth will be absorbed by the State Council, one by one. But I'm afraid that... Afraid of what? What if Vita is lying? What if this whole situation was plotted by Vita and the Emperor? What if the young Emperor planned all of this? Our enemies have always lurked in the shadows, but we always had to stand before the brightest spotlights. You're already deeper into the shadows than most others. That's not enough. Just like back then, if he was in this situation, he'd burrow deeper. But you are not Kashi. Kashi would not have been able to make Lungmen what it is today. It's just that if Tal already was taught by Kashi, that doctor from Rhodes Island, do you think she's lying? I'm not sure. There aren't many people like that who don't lie. Rhodes Island is good at hiding itself. They feign weakness before us and will not reveal any secrets. But I would rather believe that Kashi shaped the current Tallulah. We can't afford the terrible consequences of underestimating the enemy. Tan. Because of that, I can't let Chen Hu Chie do this alone. Kashi has all the cards in his hand. Even if he's dead, his vision may yet come to pass through his heir. None of this could be what he wanted. The scout team reported that some of the infected who left Lungmen were moving in the direction of the core city. The core city must stop for a period of time, during which they received these infected refugees. Even if Tallulah bared her vicious fangs at Ursus, she would not betray reunion in front of everyone. This is the best opportunity. I will bring the Shadow Guard. You? They've already done too much for me. I promise that I've never asked them to dirty their hands, only to break that promise again and again. And now, I would ask them to die for Lungmen. If so, I will be with them. I won't allow it. You doing that would play right into Kashi's hands. That would not be a win at all. It is not a stretch to say that everything we've done since regaining Lungmen has played into Kashi's hands. We've won before. It was our victory at first, even though it was painful. You and I, Edward and Kojui. Without us, he would have wiped out this city. I never once regarded this incident as an unfortunate beginning. I won't treat Edward's death as if it was by Kashi's hands. Would you rather treat it as a nightmare? No. The nightmare should have finally ended when Kashi died. Is he really dead? Maybe he lives on in Tallulah. A qualified successor would allow him to continue his life of chaos. Tallulah is too much like him. For someone who had no children, Kashi truly received the most suitable seed. Even if I can't treat Cult Sid's words as fabrications, I cannot deny the facts. There's a conspiracy against Lungmen, and it reads too much like Kashi's handwriting. I don't believe it. Tal has never been that kind of person. Why is she doing this? We have no choice but to believe it. Tallulah planned all of this. But if she thinks Lungmen will roll over and die, she will find she is sadly mistaken. Lungmen will not fall. I won't let any harm come to Lungmen. But you also cannot stop this war. Do you want me to die with you? For Mitsuki! Are you threatening me with Smersmide? No. That's not what I meant. It's just that... No, you can't. Only cowards would elevate themselves on the corpses of others. What? And without you, I won't be able to. Maybe I was a coward before, but not anymore, Fumizuki. I won't let anyone lay a finger on you. I'll find a place for you to hide, be it Leithanian, or Sargon, or Sami. You can't go back to Higashi. I'll send you to a distant country, to a small, quiet town that nobody knows about. I'll hide you where nobody can follow you, my brother. No matter how much he hates me, he won't chase you to the ends of the earth. I know he won't. But I can't leave like that. I'm used to having money. Do you want me to spend my life alone, Yenwu? Do you want to torture me with your death for the rest of my life? Don't you remember why your sister died? No, No, Fumisoki, I want you to live. Wei Yin-Wu, I told you, I'm fine with it. To die with you would already be the best terrible outcome I can imagine. Or rather, no matter how terrible it is, it will be a fine ending for me. Don't say that, Fumisoki. I won't be that kind of person. I won't let you do that either. But you know, you can't stop me. You've never been able to stop me from doing what I want to do. Fumisoki! Yen-Wu, you've always been frank with me. Sometimes you won't tell me anything, and when you finally come out with it, I'll always know that you're telling me the truth. I don't want you to die, but I also don't want Tal to die. I don't want any of us to die. I miss Tal. I'm always reminded of how much she looks like your sister, but she has Edward's eyes, and that temper she had when she was little. I have no idea who she got that from. It's been so many years since I've seen her. We owe all of this to her. And Hui Chie. Yes, and little Chen as well. Little Chen is gone, and I won't be able to see her ever again. I'll never be able to buy her beautiful clothes and comb her hair into a work of art. She didn't like traditional attire that much. But I liked it. How beautiful she will be. But even if that's the case, even if we've said our final farewell, I hope that little Chen can find someplace else to settle down comfortably. That is what I hope. I know you don't want to rely on Rhodes Island. I know that you won't hedge all your bets on them. But I want you to wait for a while. And let them do this, Yen-Wu. If they fail, then we shall go together. You don't want to have the blood of your loved ones on your hands ever again, right? If that happens, I will help you take Tal's scythe, and then we will die together. Fumisoki! You want her to live as well, don't you? Is this Lungmen a place that wants all of us to die? I would rather never see them again. I would rather never see little Chen and Tal again and forget about them. But I also want them to live on. Just like you. Just like you wanted me to make this decision. Fumisoki, if things pass the tipping point, you must listen to my arrangements. Our lives are not indivisible. Of course not, Yen-Wu. I do not solely exist for you. Everything I've done, from beginning to end, has not only been for your sake. You must see what I am fighting for. Don't dodge the issue anymore. Look at me. I will stick to my decision. Do you want to cry? Yes. It is fine to cry, Yen-Wu. No, Fumisoki. No. It's just raining outside. We are inside. There are people who simply want to rest and find refuge within the city. Why should they suffer needless death? Don't we just want to give them a home? Don't we all people like us who have nowhere to go to have a warm place to rest? Did I not simply want to build a little city where everyone can live with peace of mind? Who was Lungmen built for then? The way it is now. I am no moralist, Fumisoki, but the closer I look, the more I realize that only one death is needed. My own. Don't be like this. You mustn't. I will have the Shadow Guard escort you to Sargon. When did Lungmen turn into this? And when did I become like this? Well, that was interesting. Fury of the Silence 1. We found a strange Sarkaz Originium altar in the hub layer. The altar seemed to have a strange effect upon the surrounding environment, but we can also leverage it to mount a defense against the enemy. Originium altar. periodically emits pulse waves to the surrounding tiles, damaging allied and enemy units. Alright then. I can work with that. Let's roll. "11:30 a.m. Leader. Phantom Crossbowman, I am glad to see you've returned safely. You brought so many. Are they all our people from Longman? There are so many infected who came back with us. I didn't think we'd meet you here. We can save a lot of lives making full use of Chernobog's resources. This core city will be their final weapon to breach Longman. What? No, my leader. Why was Longman so different from what we planned? So many of our comrades died back there for nothing. You dare to speak to the leader like this? No, he's right. Many of our dear friends have suffered so much. The enemy left a lot of treacherous traps for us that disrupted our plans. It was a major setback. However, even if our pioneers face some obstacles, the reunion movement will avenge them. I shall see to it that your wounds, your sacrifices, are made whole again. Worry not, we will be with you, always. I hope so, leader. The person you are carrying, Mephisto, is he? Faust sacrificed himself to save him, didn't he? That's right, leader. With no regard for his own life, Faust uses arts to cover our tracks and give us a chance to escape. Oh. Phantom Crossbowman, my people of Reunion, Faust will live on forever in our hearts. And in Limbus Company. Help him down. Mephisto will need to rest for a while. I will have some men take you to camp. Another thing, leader. We lost contact with Crown Slayer early on. We haven't heard anything from her. Don't know where she might have ended up. As for the Yeti Squad and Frost Nova, they're all... You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if they're gonna address the Faust issue during the crossover. Like, what's your name? Faust. Fuck you mean, Faust? Truly unfathomably tragic news. Please, allow me some time to myself. Sarkas, do not let them near any of our reunion units in the city. How far do we go? All the way. See to it that they never set foot here. Could they be hiding something? Or have they been digging around? Their team must know something I don't. Maybe that battle was somewhat transformative. Those arts were already exceptional, and he was not talkative. He cloaked himself in his silence. I thought Faust would be the one to survive. But then, this isn't so strange either. Who are you? Who am I? What do you want? What do I want? Join you? Fight for myself? Fight? Ah, for the exalted Ursus. Here you were supposed to be the last one standing. Looks like the core city is back up to speed. It didn't stop for long. On the upside, that should have been Reunion taking in a group of infected migrants from Longman, I hope. But we have to change up our strategy. We can expect the city to make a few more stops along the way until the enemy commander decides to announce her plan. Then she'll stop taking in infected refugees. Wait, so your plan is to take in people and then ram the city with the people into the other city? Bitch, what? At that time, should Wei and Wu decide to attack, the enemy will redeploy their defensive units. We may be exposed in the process and come under attack. I hope our agreement with Miss Fumizuki will buy us some time from Chief Wei. We're already very close to the center of the core city. There are a lot of passages above and below us that seem like they were a part of the city's transit system. After the catastrophe, everything stopped working. That does mean it's impossible for the city to function and even move? Could this be the underground structure Dr. Kaltzid was talking about? Regardless, these passages make good cover for us. The number of enemy guards has nearly doubled in the storage area close to the central district. We haven't seen much resistance since entering the core city, but once we proceed to the central district, we should expect to run into a lot more Reunion forces. The Recon and Spec Ops teams are already in position. So far, so good. Why do we only have 3 teams working together? The Recon and Spec Ops teams both have their own missions. Radian is leading the Recon team for this operation, as one of Rhodes Island's communication specialists. Thanks to Radian, the Recon team serves as the focal point for our comms in this operation. Even here in the core city, we'll be able to communicate with other teams. That is because of their hard work. I didn't see them. The Recon team always works alone. Outcast, Radiant, and Scout, who heroically gave his life in Chernobog rescue mission. The elite operators leading the Recon teams are responsible for leading their squads alone, identifying and reporting threats, and attempting to resolve them without assistance. Radiant isn't as skilled in combat as the other 2 elite operators, but she is a unique talent at Rhodes Island when it comes to directly influencing the course of a battle. We've got 3 teams engaging in this assault operation. We don't need Radiant to trouble himself with combat. As for the Spec Ops team, their mission also avoids direct combat. Explain it to me? It is enough to know that they're necessary. You'll know the details soon enough. Each team makes up a link in the chain of our strategy. That stable structure breeds a stable result. Conversely, a formidable opponent has a tangled and twisted root structure. They pull in nutrients from every level. Hacking off branches does them no harm. We have to set their roots alight before they even know we're here. I get it. I'm pretty sure you get it all, Doctor. What? I do get it. Wait a second. Some distant vague feelings are coming to me. An orderly unchanging flow with no conflict. Ironclad, and they are moving. Reunion's guard team. Let's avoid them and find another way. No time to lose. Amiya. Dr. Calcet. Careful. Can't you feel it? Attention, operators. Protective gear on. It couldn't be. Rosmontes? Are you feeling any abnormalities? No, I don't think so. This is beyond Rosmontes' arts. You can't rely on emotions, Amiya. There is more to feel than feelings alone. When you run your fingers through a head of hair, the first thing you feel is neither longing or joy. It is something more base than that. The hair? Base? You can go back up to the surface from the depths, Amiya. Only you can. Then I'll try, Dr. Calcet. There's a sliver of energy and a strong scent in the air, like a corpse? No, this isn't a real corpse. Could it be? No. Oh, why? It's Sarkas. Sarkas' arts, thick with the smell of death. A ritual? It is an ancient ritual that runs itself after taking shape. These are not modern arts. definitely not a modern tactic. Are Zarka's arts unique? They are. This is very unusual. The Zarkas we know today can't perform arts like these. I understand what you mean, Dr. Kalsit. This is an ancient Zarkas ritual, not a product of the modern science of Originium arts. Our enemy here may be of the purest Zarkas. These are techniques not known to any modern country, passed down only among certain Zarkas and Sargonian nomads. The ritual relies on oripathy infection and the caster's peculiar understanding of Originium. The chaotic energy is seeping out of the Originium core, spilling out and enveloping the entire block. I can't even imagine how the potent tempest at the center of the ritual would affect a living being. It wouldn't know the difference between friend or foe. Any living thing would be slowly pulled apart by the waves of energy. It doesn't seem useful for modern combat. The cost far outweighs any potential gain. Cannibalism. The phrasing may seem alarmist, but that's how this ritual is called. It is not surprising that the device at the center of the ritual is called an altar, considering how horrifically destructive it is, that the uninitiated refer to this as witchcraft. I don't think ordinary Sarkas mercenaries know how to use these kinds of arts. You would have to have extensive arts knowledge and combat experience from Castle to be able to pull off this ritual, and you wouldn't actually need to be a caster. But he's only a Castle Sarkas, not one of the descendants of the ancient Sarkas still wandering around the world. Dr. Goldsit, is this secondary layer of protective equipment designed to protect against the Sarkas arts? Not entirely. The amount of energy the ritual is producing exceeds the maximum tolerance for our equipment. This ritual can only be completed successfully in a city lost to the catastrophe. Our gear will not negate the effects of the ritual. Its power derives from antiquity and cannot be separated from it. All we can do is mitigate its lethality and destroy it after clearing the area. Azarka's ritual is not only a challenge to modern technology, it's almost as if standing to once again challenge the other civilizations of this world, as the Zarkas have plotted throughout history. It's a metaphor. Yes, but Zarka's history is more than metaphorical. The reunion element guarding Chernobog is not a typical group. I've said as much already. Reunion may very well rely on hubs and neural networks to operate as a single unit on a large scale. But for today's purely push strategy-driven environment, Reunion would be something of an anomaly. Imagine if soldiers who could not deal with the infected, with no training in how to fight Sargas, infiltrated the core city. They would suffer a crushing defeat. Right. Then, let me think. Dr. Shapeless, Dr. Kaltsit. The places where the enemy performed the Sarkas rituals must be important locations or critical transport hubs. They're much more familiar with the terrain than we are. They would have mapped out all the paths long before we could. They must have had defenses in place before we even started our operation. The only advantage we have is our intelligence. We know how they are deployed, and they know nothing about us. So we move quickly to wipe out the enemies guarding this area. The faster we do it, the safer it will be. Don't let them alert other guards. Don't even think about an ambush. We can't waste time here. Right. I will help with the assault. Okay, I think. Dr. Kaltsit, look. I think if... Alright. If you don't need my assistance, Dr. Shapeless. Can I help you? Please, help Amia command the operation. Oh, so business as usual. You'll evaluate the progress of the battle. Roger. Osmosis, we're moving out. We'll vacate the area after this battle and head to the core city surface. Rosmotis, at least it'll be sunny. Sunny. Huh. Look at them. The rest is up to you, Dr. Shapeless. I know you won't let us down. Are you sure about that? Cult it. We won't see that disappointment again. You never step into the same river twice. There won't be a second time. Even with the same person, the same thing, in a different time, we'll have a different outcome. This world will change. You believe it, don't you? Yes, it makes sense that you wouldn't. But I believe it. Dr. Shapeless, a person like that, I know. If it wasn't this time right now, Dr. Shapeless would be different. I have seen a lot. So very many. Even if everyone else won't, I can understand. Cult sit. Cult sit. If we had a little more time, you and I. You can prove you're not the Dr. Shapeless that was stuck in the past. And this time, no matter how, Dr. Shapeless, you have to. Wait, am I ancient? Fury of the Silent. 1.
マップと敵座標の DMA 設定を適
Those structures pulsing with a strange energy. What are they? They seem to be a byproduct of Sarka's origini marts. Dr. Kaltset has reminded us of this before. There is no telling what tricks Reunion has up their sleeves. This may be the enemy's secret weapon. Though we've taken all the steps to keep ourselves protected, that thing will still cause harm to our operators, so make sure to keep your distance. Patriot's guerrillas also seem to have taken some protective measures. There's no way to completely offset the harm of this weapon. Squads with no exposure to Zorka's mysterious rituals may suffer heavy losses because of these strange structures. Okay.
各自配置につけ
Well,
ククンジルチキゲウィハヨ
hold on.
Forward
Alright.
Orders
Do I?
please 貫く
Nope, still forgot to put her thing on.
Discipline strengthens the will この辺温度が低すぎるかな Tactics sharpen the mind 貫く アーツユニットチャージ中 Benevolent shall save lives
オートキャリブレーション中よ。
貫く Benevolent shall save lives 思うげった
この1本が最後だからちょい待ち。あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。
みんな私に続け Discipline strengthens the will このチェーンソーで真っ二つにされたくなかったらさっさと投降しちゃって
Not great enough.
Benevolent shall save lives
Well, this is going on. I'm gonna drink some water. Well, thankfully I have some soda here, so.
Bravery shall overcome evil
この1本あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。
Bravery shall overcome evil. Mina, watashi ni tsuzuke. Bravery shall overcome evil. Tactics sharpen the mind.
Nah, you got this.
Mina, watashi ni tsuzuke.
この1分外は危ないからね。
Alright then.
無駄玉はなし。完璧。
7-9. Fury of the Silent 2. Our enemies are no longer fighting in the characteristic style of scattered guerrillas. Now it's a head-on clash between tactics. Formulate your combat strategy appropriately and deal a critical blow to the enemy. Okay. Well, that looks tricky.
Fire ホイッスル。誠心誠意尽くします。
Alright.
Stand to attention.
Also,
Stand to attention.
I guess she's standing to attention. Alright. Oh, getting right into it.
みんな、くれぐれも安全にね。
Nope, yep, okay.
各自配置につけ。貫く。My speed and I hail from Victoria.
Nah, it's also dogs. Excuse me? I guess those dogs hurt a lot.
Standing back. Benevolence shall save lives.
Oh, I can't put people here. Okay then.
アーツユニットチャージ中。 I'll need to see proof of identity.
Okay, at least you can heal that.
怖くはないわ。
Welp. Alright then.
今回は残念だったけど、これくらいでは諦めないわ。 行動を開始する。各自配置に。みんなまずは隠れといて。火がついてから行動開始ね。My speed and I hail from Victoria. 貫く。 Orders, please. Benevolence shall save lives. Arts unit. 貫く Crime scene investigation.これが戦場というものね。貫く
메티의 서라.
Are you just gonna... Okay. What if?
이 힘, 당신을 위해 쓰겠다.
チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる貫く
Okay. Okay,
キャリブ
that
レー
works.
ション中よ。
みんな私に続け Orders, please. Benevolence shall save lives.
ん？あんたそれ隠れられてないよ。
What's happening? Stop right there, criminal scum! 承知した。君にできるかな
Apparently, those dogs hurt pretty bad.
Standing by. Tactics sharpen the mind. プログラム治療プロセス開始します Yes, Scum! This is your one warning! 用意断絶
ん？外は危ないからね。
Nice.
貫く問題ないわほらしっかり備えは万全です準備完了いつでも燃やせます
Nah, I don't think that's needed. All right. Chernobog Warehouse, 12:40 a.m. With all these warehouses and storage equipment, this must be the warehouse district. There's a... Alright, sure. If we stay off this path, we'll reach the central district. Amir, come look! In the warehouse! Which one? Oh. Signs of combat using sharp blade-type arts. Made quick work of 3 reunion guys. Toss them over there. Still going. Dr. Coates, I'm asking you and the medic operators to take care of reunion people. They may have important information. And we've picked up Madame Chen's trail here. Bloodstains. She's hurt. There's a trail of blood here, but it stops over there. She got her bleeding under control. Only one person left the scene. It must be Madame Chen. Hold on, Madame Chen. Hold on, Madame Chen. We're coming. This is like deja vu. Huh. Yeah, Chernabog was just like this. But Madame Chen was able to take on a rogue reunion team all by herself back there. This time it's totally different. We had a cooperation agreement then, nothing else. I was only starting to learn who Madame Chen was. But here, we're already... Is that a civilian? Shoot her. Where'd she come from? We haven't found their hideout. This is an Ursus graveyard. Exclamation point. Stay alert, but hold your fire. We're a neutral group researching the infected, ma'am. We're here to help. We mean you no harm. You're a regular infected. Infected? Pah! I'm Ursus. You want to help the infected? Ha! Bullshit! Don't you know that you infected have done to us? What? Ma'am, we'll keep our distance if you feel unsafe. We'll stay 20 meters back. No, I'm infected too. So I'm not supposed to talk to you like that, right? You'll save the infected? All infected should all just die. I should die too. If I were not infected, I wouldn't have gotten infected. What? All they think about is revenge and hurting others. Is that what the infected do? Is that what I should be doing? No. Bitch, what? Amiya, can you comfort her? No, not now. Let her vent. All the painful memories she's built up over the last month are stabbing into her consciousness. It's time she faces them. This is a chance for her to pull them all out. You know who we are here? Infected? Infected, just like you, alive and dead. The infected who managed to just barely keep themselves alive, thanks to Reunion, and the countless infected who died here, thanks to Reunion. But we weren't infected before. They scattered the people of Chernabog in all directions, and then hunted us down. It started as a slaughter, they turned to torture, and finally they dumped the survivors like trash. I don't even know how many starved or froze to death. But those of us who survived were all infected by constant exposure to Originium. Every last one of us. You infected. You damned infected. Trust us. You don't have to take us to other patients. We'll leave you what you need for critical care, and then we're gone. I don't trust you. Did Ursa send you? Or Lungmen? If it really was them, we'd be dead already. Huh? It's you. Amiya, scan his ID code. Dr. Kaltset. Bechu. Guard, explain yourself. It's been a while. Mia, Dr. Kaltset, and Dr. Shapeless.
作戦目標予定通り完遂しました。
Alright. Hey, I got a floor. Shit's getting weird. 710. Flames of the Faint. Zorka's warriors have entered the battlefield, but be wary. They don't seem to be from the same faction as the guerrillas. They even seem to draw inspiration from the Originium altars. So I'm guessing the Originium altars are not going to hurt these ones. Okay. Guard, explain yourself.
I almost look exactly like a reunion member, huh?
You know, with a patch there. So you know each other. Right. So everything this Wabbit said was a lie. You and Reunion have always been on the same side, isn't that right? What? No, bitch.
Toddy, did you find any food? The people in the shelter don't have long.
What more do you want from me?
Let's get you someplace safe first.
Stay away from her, guard.
I'm staying back. I know things may be hard to explain, but we have to be careful. All the Ursus here became infected of no fault of their own, and they've had a tough time. Most of them are already on the verge of mental breakdown. All it takes is someone to push them over the edge.
We had it tough? You're psycho murderers, sadistic freaks. Because of you. Look what happened to me. Look what I've become.
But if you don't leave right now, the devils will find you. You'll be handed over to Reunion. Patriot troops have completely pulled out of this area. If you're caught, I can't save you at that point.
Then just let me die. I'd rather die than watch you monsters run rampant. What about guerrillas or the so-called Aegis of the infected? Are they any different from the rest of Reunion?
They are. Without them, would be dead already.
Tell me then, right now. If they're just trying to do the right thing, why are they still with Reunion? Why they do this to our homes? Why aren't they rebelling? Why aren't they walking out? Why did they do all this even knowing we've been spat on, persecuted and killed? Why didn't your great guerrillas fight back against the patrolling devils? Why? I watched them. They used their own hands to rip and tear until they were done.
A Patriot can't be everywhere at once. When Patriot has to command his forces to defend the sanctity of life, something has gone horribly wrong. But as long as the guerrillas still continue to pass through this area, I can assure you, the truly wicked Reunion will not set foot here. That is the difference between Reunion's thugs and Patriot's guerrilla warriors. Patriot and the Sargas as a whole are much more disciplined than Reunion's ranks.
Where are they then? Why aren't they here? When they left, the other infected were so much worse, so cruel. How is that not their fault? If not for the guerrillas, they never would have turned against us like this, right? They're just out for revenge on the guerrillas.
You're wrong. You're very wrong on pretty much everything you have said so far. The guerrillas did the right thing. Well, as you said, some might be trying to take revenge on the guerrillas. They gave you a chance to survive, so Reunion is retaliating against them. That is all. No, they did more than that. One might say they even defending your dignity. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw the soldier telling the others to call you by your names, rather than your numbers. Isn't that right?
Huh?
And the reason they left us alone was so that they could help you when they are away. Chernobog has already been cut up into many pieces. There are some places that the guerrillas are stationed, but also many where they are not. If no one can maintain discipline, then if you want to survive, you can only depend on us. And that's even assuming we survive. Amia, do you believe what I said just now?
Bitch, what? No! Wabbit girl, look! Look, it's Reunion! How can you believe anything coming from Reunion? What about me? Am I supposed to buy into their bullshit now that I'm infected? Look, the people you said wanted to murder us, aren't they Reunion? Listen, girl. You're stupid. Calm the fuck down. And you just calm the fuck down. Now that I'm infected, is Reunion suddenly going to take me in and treat me better? How the hell am I supposed to know who's who and which one of you is going to kill me? You, Reunion, all of you should just... Amia. Dr. Kalsit. Don't get worked up. Kalsit? Kalsit, we should keep moving.
You? Why are you here? You of all people. Are you trying to eradicate Reunion completely? Rhodes Island, you really know better. Forget that for now. The Starcast Mercenary Patrol is going to pass through this warehouse soon. If we don't deal with them, or at least hide, they're going to find us and take us away. Not to mention the regular Reunion patrols. We don't have much time to find supplies. That's why so many are starving and short on medicine. There's a lot of death among people of Chernobog. Amia, Dr. Kalsit, also Dr. Shapeless. Really hope you can trust me, or at least find somewhere to hide.
Guard. Infected Ursus woman. Huh? You mean me? Infected Ursus woman, I have some honest questions for you. Your accent. You're from the capital of the Empire, aren't you? But the way you speak is so old-fashioned. You are educated. Is she, though? I was a copyist at that university before. It's all gone now, thanks to you, Infected. Alright. Do you trust the man behind you? Our infected former employee, now with Reunion. Huh? He's your former bitch? She's making me angry. One of our Rhodes Island's functions is helping innocent infected survive in a combat environment. Whether or not you are innocent remains to be seen. However... Ah! Dr. Kalsit! Bitch, what? You're... What the fuck is the...
Never thought I'd see the day when Monster was after me.
The blade pressed against your throat has an incision angle of only 8 degrees, another 6 millimeters deeper, and it severs an artery. Miss. Did he truly work so hard to ensure your survival, as he claimed? What are you asking? What are you getting at? Did he and his Reunion element, or any part thereof, threaten your life or take any action to harm you? I will deal with him in accordance to your response. Are you threatening me with his life? We had nothing to do with each other. What about him, individually? Did he go along with Reunion and their crimes against humanity?
Dr. Kalsit, I'm insulted.
I can only rely on the words of eyewitnesses and victims, since you claim to have guaranteed her right to life. Then I have only the young lady's testimony by which to adjudicate your claim. You gave only your side of the story.
But what she says is also...
She's in a different position. You have power. You can use violence. It doesn't matter what you did with that violence. I felt it. Amia, it's a sarcasm. The targets are getting close. But he... Did he or did he not protect you from Reunion? Did he or did he not effectively keep you safe from their aggression?
Dr. Kalsit, the patrol is here. It's not the gorillas. You can't... Don't let them...
You're not making any sense. Bitch, you're not making any sense. I am confident our actions are well within the ethical parameters of Ursus. It was you who made the accusations against him. He did go out regularly about this time.
Dr. Kalsit, let me stop the sarcasm. Or at least let me get them. Go to someplace else.
I need an answer. Speak, or we will never know the truth. 24 meters out, in a straight line, very close. 22 meters. Monster?
Dr. Kalsit!
No, he didn't. He didn't do anything wrong. At least nothing that I saw. Amia, doctor. Thank you for your time. Darn it, Dr. Kalsit, I knew it. Let's go, Doctor. Our next target is Reunion Circus Patrol Team. I'm coming too. Guard, was it? You're wrong about me, but I'll protect you. I'll get your revenge for you. They'll pay for what they did to you, and my family, and the common people. They'll all pay. For all of it. Well, that was a ride.
All units, move out! Move out!
What's going on? Those Arca soldiers aren't being harmed by the ritual structures. Darn it, are they even getting more fierce after being exposed to that stuff? It all makes sense now. These mysterious Sarkaz rituals really do have a different effect on the Sarkaz.
敵部隊捕捉作戦準備
Okay.
Forward みんな私に続け
アーツユニットチャージ中 Standing by Benevolence shall save life
Nice.
みんな私に続け
ポートキャリブレーション中よ。この一本が最後だからちょい待ち。ん？家まで送ろうか？
Mercenary Sarkaz fighter does not take damage when coming in contact with a pulse wave and attacks something. Ah, fuck.
おバカさんたち、僕が相手だよ。
みんな私に続け
Orders please Tactics sharpen the mind
貫く
プログラムロード完了しました Orders please この辺温度が低すぎるかな承知した
みんな私に続け
この一本が家まで送ろうか？
みんな私に続け
ポッシュ位置につきました
無駄無駄。
さああと少し
どうぞご指示装填発射用意これが戦場というものね
Okay.
貫く
この一本家まで送ろうか？
みんな私に続け オモゲッタ
問題ないわこういう香りは好き
Okay. That's a bit trickier. The ritual has no effect on these Sarkas, but our Sarkas operators aren't immune? Why? But they don't look like they were with the guerrilla team. Strange.
Los Montes. Thank you.
I'm going on patrol. Don't thank me. Like Amiya always says, you don't thank people for doing their jobs. The effects of the oropathy inhibitor will take a while to show, but for now you should be feeling a lot less pain. Take the medicine back to the others. There isn't much, probably only enough for one dose, but it will help with acute symptoms. Did you really come to help us? I'm sorry, but we can't help you much more than this. We have to defeat the leader of Reunion before we can do anything else. Also, if Reunion breaks into a full-scale riot again, I think we won't be able to handle them. All those things I said to you, I wasn't like this before. I used to hate you people, but now I'm like you, and everyone hates me too. I very nearly killed him, but without his help, we might already be dead. But every time he let us go find supplies, someone died. I thought for sure that was proof that he was working with the Union to toy with us. Even though we're already infected, does Reunion really hate the Ursus so much? Yes. People don't need much to indulge in the ugliest side of their nature. Just giving them free rein can contaminate every part of a city. Dr. Coltsit, you scared me. Amiya, you shouldn't be letting these games get the better of you. Just once or twice is enough. You'll spoil our plans if you waste so much time talking.
So, Dr. Coltsit, if she lied, were you really going to kill me?
I didn't lie though.
Just a hypothetical. Not every infected is so honest after they've been hurt. I've acted on impulse before myself.
Of course not. You're a Rhodes Island operator. I trust you over all others. Let's call it from a psychological treatment for her. Let's call it a form of psychological torture for her. Naturally, the way you and she responded to it proved your innocence.
But the look on your face was so dark and terrifying. I thought we were going to do it. You act as way too convincing.
Sounds fine to me. I wouldn't do it, but I would like to make people think that I would. Dr. Coltsit, you really pushed it. No more terrorizing the guard. Fine. Don't worry, guard. If she didn't go too far, I would have stepped in to stop her. Did all that spike your emotional state? Should I help you recuperate?
No need. I'd be awful weak if I needed Amiya treatment after just that. After all, the one I really worry about is the little one standing by the door. But even that's looking better. So she and I sorted things out. And I think I get it. But I still can't let go of all the time she split a person and cleaned in half with a sweeper claymore. That's gonna be with me my whole life.
Oh, I know the incident you're talking about. He deserved it. Guard, did you know she saved 4 civilian lives during their operation? That the military was testing weapons on them. She killed an abandoned weapons-grade experiment caster they bought from a Sargon slaver.
Well, that was a bit of a tongue twister.
The entire batch of casters had their pituitary glands surgically removed. The glands were replaced with an originium device that kept them moving without input from their own nervous systems. They were already dead. Only Rosmontes, with their unique fighting style, could destroy the experimental infected organs. She did nothing wrong, conveniently.
So that's what happened.
Guard, I think you misjudged Rosmontes the same way that young lady misjudged you. What you look like, and any rumors going around about you, are anyone's first window into your personality. No matter what you did, they'd be looking at us as Reunion first. At you. But if we never get past the surface, we'd never know anything, let alone learn to trust. If no one tries to find the truth, then no matter how hard we work to sow its seeds, they won't germinate. And anyway, Rosmontes is right in front of you. Why don't you just ask her?
Ask her? What do you want to ask?
Bitch is scary.
Not like that. She won't know what to say. Rosmontes, what are you here for? My mission. And like I said, getting revenge for my family. I'm done asking. But I don't even know what I asked. I was angry at Azazel before, and now I was rude to Rosmontes. What a mess I am.
But you trust Patriot. Tell us about Patriot and his guerrillas, and about Reunion.
I'm pretty sure Dr. Coltsit and Dr. Shapeless here can make sense of it.
Bitch, what?
The only reason there's anyone still left alive, why so many Ursus were able to make it through Chernobog, is because Patriot and his guerrillas, and the people who respect them. When the guerrilla fighters were around, there was peace. Nobody dared to raise a hand against anybody else. Not only did they hand out supplies and resources, but they even worked to make the locals' lives a little better. Patriot was going to let me leave the city, but I decided to stay. See how things turned out. Overheard him talking to the leader of Azazel. I think even if it's all an act, he's at least working hard to keep up the act. Also, Mr. Scout died there to protect me. Patriot respected Mr. Scout.
Scout was an operator who sacrificed himself in Chernobog.
Scout?
Rosmontes?
Donkey!
What happened to Scout? Why can't I remember? He died? This emptiness. Is that him? Scout. I forgot again? But the terminal. How could I forget again? January 3rd. An old man with white hair brought a charred, blackened object. Mechanist couldn't stand after seeing it. The old man nodded and left Dr. Coltsit. Dr. Coltsit didn't say anything, only patted my head. It was Scout's. Scout. Scout is gone too. Scout was the one who didn't even have a shadow, wasn't he? Wouldn't he be the one who came back even when everyone else died? Wasn't he the one with a never-ending story? Ooh. Scout. I searched the logs. Scout made me a bow, but that's a toy for little girls. I don't play with toys anymore. Why did Scout die? Why? 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 Rosmontes. Give me your hand. Close your eyes, Rosmontes.
Turns out, elite operators aren't that different from my teammates. Dr. Shapeless, I got something to say. On your rescue operation, Scout led the recon team. He never even knew you like you are now, but he said he knew you before, like Ace. He held back the Sarkas mercenaries to save my life. Knowing Scout, he could have easily gotten out if he wanted to. He told me to tell you something. Right, I remember it. He said he will never forget fighting by your side.
Bitch, what?
Huh. He also wanted you to stop being a commander, but things being what they are, I think you probably can't just sit by and watch. Boss sacrificed himself to save me too. Means I've got 2 elite operators' lives on my shoulders. But Mr. Scout said that they don't die for any one person. They died for an idea. His team did, and so did mine. So I decided to look into Reunion and see where things were going, how I could help Rhodes Island. I saw the guerrillas had their own idea, a firm, pure conviction that they were fighting for. They were a little more savage, of course, but they never found joy in violence. That's what I saw in them. If Reunion was supposed to be about liberating the infected, then the guerrillas, they were there to exterminate their oppressors. They'd exterminate those who enslaved the infected, those who threatened the common folk, All of them. To a man. That's because a Patriot. Patriot taught them, led them, and protected them. Before Patriot set out from Chernobog on a mission, I had a talk with him. Just how old is that warrior? Still shared some of his booze with me. It was the first time anybody treated me like that.
He may indeed be much older than you think.
You heard the legend about him living horses?
I have. He led an entire elite division of Ursus. The Great Rebellion proved to be fertile ground for all sorts of things that otherwise wouldn't been absurd.
Truth is, aren't many of those soldiers he led out of Ursus left. Their clashes with the Ursus regulars must have cost him a lot of men. Most of his guerrillas are fresh recruits, people who volunteered to join when they fought in the Northwest Tundra. Their battles, their prestige, their ideals all won them recruits. They used to work well with the leader of Reunion, but for some reason, maybe related to the burning hate the Infected have for the people of Ursus, things turned out like this. It is what it is. Everyone alive today suffers catastrophes, madness, and death. All kinds of suffering that this world heaps upon them. Tatiana, I remember your name is Tatiana.
That's right.
Does your knee hurt?
What's that?
2 days ago, you tripped trying to run away.
It got better a while ago. I'm Ursus. I'm not like whatever your race is. Us Ursus are much sturdier.
Well, I'm glad. That looked pretty nasty. Here I am, doing a medic operator's job without any training. Got a lot on my plate, Dr. Colt said.
I understand.
Medic didn't come with you?
Why bring her up?
Don't worry about it. I can take by the look on Rosmonte's face what happened. We lost a lot of people, but Rhodes Island fights on.
I'm getting the impression that you don't know the core city is on a collision course with Lungmen.
Bitch, what? Oh, are you talking about helping the Reunion forces at the Battle of Lungmen? I mean, the core city is Reunion's only play. I heard about that.
The core city is broadcasting an Ursus identification code.
Huh? What? Hold up. No way. That doesn't make any sense.
Now you know why we are here.
Oh, what's the problem?
Makes the Rhodes Island hand gesture for quiet.
Nothing.
You've been talking so long. If Patriot and his men are as good as you say, why is Reunion still running amok here in Ursus? Because Reunion shouldn't be doing this. Huh? Guard, I think you would be a great help to our operation, since you're familiar with both the local Infected and Reunion. Would you be willing to rejoin our team? Oh, but you can't leave yet, can you?
Right. Sure you can tell just by looking at me. Right, Amia? Sorry. I know I'm about a decade older than you. Sometimes you make me feel like a kid.
No need to blame yourself. I could even say Rhodes Island will honor your work. But you're in a very dangerous position. Guard, if Reunion falls here, your work to save the infected and maintain their basic living conditions will become much more difficult. Are you at all worried that would come to pass?
Nope. Because Reunion has Patriot. Long as he's here, Reunion won't fall. A lot of guerrilla fighters left Kanta and gather up. I'm thinking it's because he may be back already. And if he's here, I believe Reunion can still change.
But Reunion lacks the impetus to change. Looking at the evidence, Tallulah has certainly not devoted herself to the cause. Chernobog's core city, the ruins of Chernobog back there, and the Ursus infected. We can't forget that the Ursus Third Army is still out there waiting to act. That will make everything drastically worse.
But I know Reunion is relatively strong, and there are a few things Rhodes Island can handle. this is one of those things. Rhodes Island is a corporation. Dr. Kultzit has been very clear about that, time and again. I believe in Boss and Mr. Scout, and I believe in Patriot.
I know.
Aren't you mad, Amia?
Why should I be mad at you? Over things we can't do, and things we haven't done. So much happened these past 2 weeks. We've all changed a lot. But we're not about to turn on each other because of the infected. I think all that happened in Chernobog and what Guard and I saw were the same.
Correct. Still can't stand hurting people like that, no matter who's doing it to who. I won't stand for it. If Patriot wants to clean house in Reunion, I have to stand with him, with his men, and with all the Reunion members who believe in Patriot.
We do not consider your new way of thinking to be a threat to our interests. In fact, we encourage all of our operators to learn more about the outside world and seek out their own goals and build their self-confidence. Our ideas are constantly changing.
Thank you, Dr. Kultzit. Amia.
Oh, yes. You can also contact the doctor later.
Happy to help. As for my responsibilities at Rhodes Island, Amia, Dr. Kultzit, will they be more important?
I wouldn't put it that way. Guard, it's more important to decide for yourself what you want to do. And personally, I think any of us would have done the same in your position. Different people make different choices. If something is important to you, it's important. I hope you find a place for yourself among these Urses, like you wanted. I hope you can protect those deserving of protection.
Oh, why are you looking at me? Oh, not. No reason. Just thinking.
Oh, yes. Regarding your pay, I'm afraid your work here doesn't support a salary. Sorry. Also, Guard, please do tell me. If Patriot betrays Tallulah, what happens then?
Well, that won't happen. Patriot trusts Tallulah deeply.
Now what about the other way around?
Dr. Kultzit?
What if Tallulah betrays Patriot? Or what if I told you we've encountered the Reunion Commander, Frostnova, and by any object measure are responsible for her death?
Dr. Kultzit, what are you saying? That's Patriot's daughter.
If we fight Patriot, that would be the worst case scenario. And it's what puppet masters would want. If Tallulah really is turning a blind eye to, or even allowing the infected to harm innocent civilians in spite of Patriot's stance, I believe that's no longer just turning a blind eye. A lot of infected will make Patriot into a target. Those who don't know the truth, and those who let their hatred get the better of them. And those who want to.
I gotta go. I have to tell Patriot. But Rhodes Island, will he be your enemy?
Well, fuck, I kinda saw this coming a little bit, but still. It is not the obvious step for Reunion to take. Whether Misha or Frostnova, us, Reunion, and Lugman too, we can't let anyone else slip through the cracks. Doctor, we still have a lot to do. Just thinking of what comes next is making me tired. But before that, we have to find Madame Chen. And, most importantly, the leader of Reunion. She's the cause of all this. Right. Team, Mantra 2, come in.
The captain has determined Reunion's communication method. It's primitive, even after visual looking. As for personnel, she's just about done clearing the area. Not the guerrillas, though. They're tough. Should we eliminate them?
No need for that. We're not here to eliminate them, or have them butcher each other. We're not here to stir up internal conflict. They should oppose who misled them.
Now? That's her question. I'm good.
Naturally, not now. Their spirit is rotten, but their fabrication of a backbone still remain. Take it away or break it, and watch them crumble. That's what we might have done at first. Tallulah was a step ahead of us. She stirred the conflict and fanned the flames. I originally thought that she had gone mad, but this is poison, not madness. The infected and the people of the city will surely rise up. Tallulah gave them the chance to intermingle and build bridges. She must still have a queen on the board, or she wouldn't be so bold. I firmly believe that she wants to destroy Reunion in the most dishonorable possible way. And this is a position that we must neutralize. But all this hinges on what Buldrakas T decides to do. Oh, looks like we successfully infiltrated the core city. Because what we do next can hardly be called an infiltration, Dr. Shapeless. As I said when we started, infiltration is only about 20% of our plan here. To get to the core command tower and the generator area to halt Chernobog's movement, we will have to go through the central district. Now, the enemies in our path are not your run-of-the-mill Reunion, nor are they any brutish Sarkas sellswords. Reunion's running low on leaders. Let's put W aside for now. As a tactician, you should be more concerned about this than about Tallulah, Reunion's tyrant. The infected guerrillas of the Northern Plains, a thorn in the hinterland of Ursa's 4th Army to the northwest since its formation, has only ever had one leader. Ordinary resistance fighters get slaughtered, but these guerrillas were able to turn the tables on the butchers. Local stakeholders could request the mobilization of a division or two to knock them out, but it would be taken as an admission of incompetence to the generals and the state council. The war raged on for so long that the infected hiding out in the snow came to call the guerrillas their Aegis. The Aegis of the infected. The Yeti Squad was one of these subsets, and its members did not solely consist of infected. The exiles, the fanatics, the maimed, elves, Durin, and Sarkas, the guerrillas did not fight for the infected alone. That sounds familiar. Oh? That's exactly what you're thinking. Just like Rhodes Island, yes? Just as before, Rhodes Island will benefit from your intuition, Dr. Shapeless. Alright then. There is no point in staying silent at a time like this. It's not giving me the options that I like, so I'm just staying silent. It's your choice whether or not to hold an opinion. In an unexpectedly apt analogy, the guerrilla fighters also trust only one commander, and embrace only that one commander. Yes, Doctor, this guerrilla force is another sort of Rhodes Island. But their leader? No. Dr. Shapeless, prepare yourself well, or you'll regret it. Even though one of our objectives is to clear a path through the central district to the bridge and the generator area, for your own safety, I shall hope you and Amiya will not face him. But if this is all inevitable, then I can only repeat what I just said. Prepare yourself well, Dr. Shapeless, and before you face him, you must prepare to face his guerrillas. I rarely offer my advice to others, Doctor. But that is Patriot, Buldrakas T. I'm gonna fucking fight it. Just cause that's what makes sense story-wise.
Still another block. No, I have to tell Patriot. If Tallulah lets these people strike at the guerrillas, then the guerrillas will be killed by their own. Patriot is the only level-headed one left in Reunion. Where do you think you're going? You, Starcast.
Oh.
What bridge are you with? And what business you have in the Central District? Explain it to me. Oh, maybe you're with the old Wendigo. You. The pre ran right up to me on his own. What did you learn, weak little infected outlander?
이 한 걸음 계속해서 나아가면 언젠가는 반드시
Oh hey, I got a thing. Ironing rack. Oh right, it's of the laundry thing. Okay, first off, I'm gonna drink some water. Because that was kind of a lot of talking. Give me one moment. Ugh.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of want to stop, but I also kind of don't. Okay, I'm gonna do one more and then see how I feel about it after it. Stained 1. Sarkis casters have appeared on the battlefield, and it seems like originium altars may be affecting their arts. However, don't panic, we have ways of dealing with them. Sorry about that. Okay. There's literally a choke point right there. And it is where the things are. Alright. Let's try this out. 7-11. Stained 1.
준비 완료. 출발하겠다.
私たちにお任せください。雪嵐のごとく戦場で吹雪いてみせよう。My speed and I hail from Vic. みんな、私に続け。
Toria.
ターゲット、ロックオン。Standing by. Bravery shall overcome evil.
みんな、私に続け。
ポートキャリブレーション中よ。
みんな、私に続け。
外は危ないからね。
貫く。
Ow.
プログラム治療モード適用します。これが戦場というものね。Discipline strengthens the will.
Nice.
貫く。
Standing by. この辺温度が低すぎるかな。準備完了。いつでも燃やせます。
貫く。
Mercenary Circle's cast leader. Particular leaders are damage to surrounding units based upon attack does not use something.
家まで送ろうか。
He's just standing there, waving his stick. That's still in range? Yes, it is. Okay.
場を温めてほしいの。
私が振りまく血で大盛り上がり。
こういう香りは好き？何？パニクってたら余計丸焦げになっちゃうよ。
オモーゲット。さあ、あと少し。
この一本が外は危ないからね。
初期化アーツユニット起動します。
Alright. That was literally just a
感
choke
染者
point,
の
but
権利も
okay.
感染者自身の手で取り戻す。
Okay, I mean, that was technically just a normal operation, so I can do another one. Stained 2. As Reunion's elite warriors, Sarka's mercenaries have shown formidable strength. Only by defeating them can we continue forward. Ah, fuck. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. I mean, they're probably not gonna just go straight for them. Probably. Hopefully. Hmm.
やっとやりごたえのある仕事を持ってきてくれたのね。
Stained 2.
諸君、君らの顔なんて覚えてられないけど、まあ行こう。
Yeah, nope, just straight line. Okay.
Forward. みんな、私に続け。
Oh, I do have some of these. Fuck.
Orders, please.
Mina, 私に続け。チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる？悪くない位置取りだね。貫く。
Alright. Oh, this is awkward.
Crime scene investigation.
Oh, alright, they're going over there. I did not saw those guys going over there. Okay. Okay.
You get out of here. Go.
I suspected there might be roadblocks, but did not want to assume. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I have an idea.
みんなくれぐれも安全にね。
各自配置につけ。
You criminals! Behave and turn yourselves in!
みんな私に続け。
My speed and I hail from Victoria. Orders, please. Bravery shall overcome evil.
And now I have myself a choke point.
悪くない位置でるだね。
アーツユニット。
じゃ貫く。
これが戦場というものね。
Fuck.
貫く。
この辺温度が低すぎ。アーツユニット起動します。
Ah, frick.
I'll need to see proof of identity.
ほら頑張れ。もうちょっとで僕に勝てるかもしれないよ。
Who? Probably some ranged asshole.
オラオラ
Oh, now that's a
問
problem.
題ないわ。落ち着いて。
どう遊んでやろうかな。
Speaking of ranged assholes,
私に続け。
I mean, this is a thing that I could do.
来ました。
貫く。
僕と遊ぼう。私の出番、みんな注目。ぐるぐるちゃんのお出ましよ。
Alright. I should not have brought Embryo.
オームをゲッタ。貫く。
どうぞご指示。燃えろ。
Forward. みんな私に続け。
Standing by. Benevolence shall save lives.
射撃補助モジュール展開っと。
Standing
作ろうか。
Wait a minute. Nice.
What's happening? It won't hurt. You'll just get a little buzz. Standing by. Bravery shall overcome evil.
Okay.
Mina, 私に続け。ほら、しっかり。治療モード適用します。
Okay. Whew.
Phew.
That was
I've
tricky.
managed to live up to the reputation of this uniform once more.
Okay, those two were just regular missions. There was just no story there, so I can technically keep going. Aegis of the Infected 1. The Horde has been sounded. Face the legendary guerrillas of Ursus and turn their own tactics against them. However, those heavily armed guerrilla warriors are indeed the most terrifying combatants of the Ursus army. Okay, so you're saying heavily armored. So I should probably bring some arts.
みんな元気？
Wait. I don't think I can put it there. Okay, let's try this out. Chernobog Central District, 1:20 p.m. Radian, this is Gold Sid. We're on the edge of the Central District, 410 meters out from the warehouse, 1767 southwest. Are you in position? Is the operation going according to plan? Unimpeded. The situation on the ground seems to be in line with our expectations. Reunion has deployed the guerrilla fighters at hubs throughout the core city, and stationed Reunion regular or Sargas mercenaries elsewhere. It would be unwise to spread their defenses thinly across the entire map. They would gather their elites in a few key locations. That's what I would do if I were leading Reunion. Dr. Kaltsit! I know you want to speak to Radian, Amiya. Patience. I do too. We're on a mission. Next time, okay?
Oh, okay.
Radian, I have Amiya here for you.
Right. Radiant, this is Amiya.
What kind of operator is Radian? Well, you saw how Amiya and Rosemontes reacted. Our younger personnel love Radian, but she may be a little too warm and friendly for adults. The adolescents have the most trouble with her. Ah, I see. Mother vibes. Their need to self-actualize tends to conflict with Radiant's persistent motherliness. Yep. I generally avoid putting them in the same team. You should check the manual for such details when planning.
Right, I saw. Radiant, yes. That's correct. No, that's not a standard tactic for guerrilla fighters. It's more like,
Like a military.
Yes, like the doctor said, Radiant. Reunion has mixed things up a bit, but you can still see the shadow of the Ursus military there. They've undergone strict military training. Yes, that's likely.
The core network of Reunion personnel could be infected who have received Ursa's military training. They are the only ones who could gather up such a large group of infected. It's clear that this battle won't be an easy win for us. No, I'm fine. Rosmontes and I, all the Rhodes Island operators, we all wanted to be here. Huh? It's okay, Radiant. I have Dr. Sheepless and Dr. Kaltzid with me. Alright, Amia, it's time to begin. Right, okay. Radiant, it's up to you and Dr. Kaltzid. First things first, we have to make good use of our comms. Team R4, activate your equipment. Radiant, it will take Rosmontes 10 minutes to cast her arts. During that time, we cannot lose comms for even a split second, unless we determine that we have to disconnect. Continued use of Originium arts will cause you discomfort, and if the nausea becomes unbearable, you are to immediately take the supplement I formulated for you. Moderate dizziness is a side effect. It won't harm your nervous system, but it will massively drain your strength. Be careful not to overdose. After the first 10 minutes, you can take intermittent breaks. Do not overextend yourself. We're asking a lot of you, Radiant. Rosmontes, all the enemy's messages will be sent to your portable terminal via Radiant. Feel them, unlock them. Should their locations change, you cannot lose them. Seize their feelings, unlock them again. Reach out with your body, Rosmontes, and picture yourself roaming the city. I understand, Dr. Kaltzid. Amia. I know. You have your work cut out for you. If anything anomalous happens, I will stop your casting the instant you feel any pain. Let me know. Rosmontes, I'm going closer to you. Yes, I'm ready too. I'm not scared, Amia. Don't be scared of me. I won't. I'm not scared of Rosmontes. We won't be scared. They touch their foreheads. Amia is stabilizing Rosmontes' emotions. You may not want to look directly at them, Dr. Shapeless. It is unwise for any but the most tragically afflicted warriors to look directly at the expansion of the essence of Rosmontes' arts. Right, so Amia. I figured you'd realize it sooner. Or that you already knew, but hadn't indicated as much to me. But yes, Dr. Shapeless. Amia's battles, both physical and mental, have been far beyond what any human being should have to endure. Alright, I get it. 2, or maybe 3 would be okay. The more people to share the burden, the better. Dr. Shapeless, I'm not talking specifically about a memory or a battlefield experience. This refers to demands on both responsibility and physical ability. If you'd like, you could hold Amia's hands to share the burden. How scandalous! No, not today anyway. You and I have another urgent task. We need to buy them precious time. A pharmaceutical company investigates the root cause of a problem, adapts to the environment, allocates functions appropriately, and looks for a breakthrough. Our target is smaller and more precise than in a conventional battle. A small tactical assault team work is closer to a surgery than it is to a firefight. What the warmongers can't do falls within our area of expertise. Rhodes Island is going to take out the enemy command in the core city. Our objectives are centered on rooting out the cause of this disease. But even if we excise this cancer, if the cause of the problem remains unknown to us, it will not be fundamentally solved. Dr. Shapeless, I do hope you will give this due consideration. Who are our patients? The normal infected? The Ursus who were infected? Reunion? Or this city? And where is the cause of this disease? We've discussed how Reunion is not maintaining the city's communication networks. It has become clear that Tallulah deliberately kept Originium clusters from the catastrophe in the city to maintain a state of chaos. That will massively disrupt our communications. Even our most advanced equipment will not function under these conditions. But now, thanks to elite operator Radian, we can make use of the otherwise chaotic airwaves. That leaves us with a direct, reliable method of communication, and a tactical advantage. One advantage isn't enough. True. You saw the runners carrying megaphones. The guerrillas use these antiquated methods to carry intelligence and orders in encrypted messages. We have yet to properly map the movements of these runners, but Rosmontes is working on it. Their transmissions may not be instantaneous and are limited in range, but it is the most stable and disciplined method in a hostile environment. Can you guess what's wrong with this method? Squad can't survive without it said. Correct. The real commander's location is hidden. What would you do in that position, Doctor? Cause some chaos. Correct. Now we've focused our thinking. This is another tactical advantage. Doctor, the Ars Rosmontes is releasing will show us the location of every runner and their patrol routes. She will expand her consciousness and capture every physical structure within range. At the same time, her mental state will grow increasingly chaotic. Amiya is working to flatten those emotions. Radian is the core of our communications. With her arts, we can communicate unimpeded for a short period of time. We just need to wait for Rosmontes to finish her part. Then we go. For now, the guerrillas know nothing about us. They are completely unaware that we are targeting their communications, or that we are able to work against the ancient Sarkas witchcraft. We do have our methods, limited as they may be. After striking the runners, the guerrillas will respond. Within a half hour, they will have the new runners working, and they will be hardened against further attacks. They will be on high alert, and may not have weaknesses to exploit. What's more, we will have exposed our positioning and tactics, putting us in a difficult situation. However, we only need to execute a single surgical strike. With that one blow, we will force out their command unit. The guerrillas won't be expecting another infected Spec Ops team. This is a tactical advantage. What? I'm not going to exaggerate. Dr. Shipless, even with our 3 tactical advantages, we are more likely to fail than to succeed. Then why do we do it? Because anything else would have been less likely to succeed. Rosmontes should have started her search. Hold your breath and don't look. First, I found 3. Rosmontes, you're okay. Come here. A little closer. Come a little bit closer, you're my... 4. Your ear. I'm running my finger over your ear like this. You can hear it. These are just fragments of your imagination, and you've seen them all before. Seen it all before. 5. Doctor, are you afraid of getting hurt? Nah. These 3 teams will split up for the fight. Each will be responsible for enemy teams and crippling the runners in a different sector. We cannot give them a chance to get the word out. Each of our squads will also redistribute their power projection, which I have already planned for, don't worry. As for you, you're with me. To use the bait. Bring your security specialist. You can't refuse, I think. The guerrillas' equipment is of excellent quality, similar to that of the Ursus military, and they keep to discipline and tactics even more harshly and effectively. Sarkas, Ursus, Liberi, and other races are all united under a single banner. Okay, so they are a race, but there's different types of them. You are safe only under my protection. I don't want Rosmontes to kill you by accident, and I don't want Amiya to distract herself trying to protect you. And Radiant, you haven't even met. You can't cause trouble with me. Wait. Rosmontes? Radiant, sever Rosmontes connection, now! Amiya, her mental state. But, Rosmontes, the scene I reached out to was stable. Nothing strange was happening. It shouldn't have. It's falling? She's looking at the sky? Lost. She's lost. She's falling. Body temperature dropping, shortness of breath, sharp decrease in the endorphin levels. Does she need an injection? Shakes her head. This isn't like Radiant using supplements to replenish her energy. Rosmontes' arts throw off balance inside her body, but not an entirely biological one. Injecting steroids to increase hormone production can seriously disrupt her endocrine system that could result in failure of her inhibitor functions. You left me? Why? I have to... Why did you leave me? But this is bad. Bad is not an excuse to indulge my incompetence. Dr. Shapeless, I will not resort to emergency measures that cause permanent bodily harm, no matter how effective they may be. Rosmontes' problem is not biological. She is the only one who can solve it. Well, shit. Rosmontes, look at my hand. Dr. Kaltzit. Look at Dr. Kaltzit's hand. My hand is stroking your face. Look, Dr. Kaltzit is here. Look at me. Rosmontes, Kaltzit doesn't have much time to stay with you. Neither does Amiya. Outcast, Misery, Blaze, or anyone else. But for now, Amiya and I are here. Keep pushing, Rosmontes. Walk forward. Yes, Rosmontes, over here. Walk this way, on the deck. It's very hard, I know. But Rosmontes, this is the deck. You can step on it. You won't fall through. This is Rhodes Island. We're here with you. I'm here with you. I know. Her breathing is stabilizing. Doctor, Kaltzit gave me that data. Okay. Radiant, connect Rosmontes' terminal. She's okay. I'm sure. Do it. 7. I see. Rosmontes is standing now. Her consciousness is peaceful and harmonious. Aw, it's like a fluffy basket holding her dreams. We're fine, Dr. Kaltzit. A fluffy basket? That's cute. Oh? Amiya's turning red, Dr. Shapeless. I didn't want you to see that. It's okay. Okay. Again, Amiya. Let's go forward a bit. I can feel it. 3rd. Dr. Kaltzit, I found them. All of them. We're ready. Yes, thank you. And thank you, Amiya. Don't thank me for doing my job, Rosmontes. No need. You know I love saying that, don't you? But you took me to the bridge, and to the mountain, and the clouds were so pretty. It's a long road. Let's go, Amiya. We can go down. Radiant, split the connections. You can take 5. Amiya, Rosmontes, keep the channel clear. Okay, now, Raiden, Dr. Kaltzit, Rosmontes. Raiden! Time to fight. Raiden. Turn off my cute inhibitors. Wait, no, that's the doctor. Fuck, I fucked it up. It looks like you have something on your mind. Your tone is pretty much the same because I don't know how to do anything else. That's not what you're thinking. But if you'd like, I can be harsher with you. Rosmontes. You were very lucky back there. Taking a step back, it may be that Rosmontes likes you. She controlled her outburst. Otherwise, you would have bitten off your own tongue watching Amiya and I guiding her and seeing the manifestation of her arts. Rosmontes was born in a lab. She did not suffer the same tragedy as most experimental infected. She did not die from the increasingly cruel experiments. As the project moved forward, she gradually crushed the entire facility. The lab did not destroy her, she destroyed it. Her arts are tied to her mental state. The group that found her and smuggled her to Rhodes Island has made it clear that Rosmontes does not exist. I know what you're thinking, and no, through force of coercion or coercion, I would never allow an individual who has been through that to become an operator. But Rosmontes herself chose responsibility, training, and companionship. With her subconscious arts usage causing constant damage, the caster operators decided to train her. She had to mature faster than the others, which she fortunately wanted to do. We didn't want to abandon her to the wilderness. We did not want to inject her with suppressants, and we certainly didn't want Rhodes Island to be reduced to a heap of pulverized shrapnel. This solution was our last resort. We have to train her to use her arts, rather than indulge or imprison her. She's like Amiya in some ways, and unlike her in others. Elaborate. Then don't fucking interrupt me. They are alike in that they will both fight to the end for other people. As for how they're different, you know, Amiya has never wanted to make enemies. Even when forced to do so, she fights back her tears, reluctantly destroying her enemies. But Rosmontes, I could say, Doctor, that Rosmontes, she's never given up on a mission. Faced with any situation, she handles it appropriate, and she wins. This is our simultaneously reasonable and incomprehensible annihilation specialist, Rosmontes. She is an elite operator for no other reason than she met the standards across the entire battery of tests. The operators who feared her came to know what she was really like and ultimately put their lives in her hands. Because she protects them with all her power. If Blaze won the respect of our people through leadership of her team, Rosmontes fought for their respect. She heard their expectations and exceeded them. But there are practical considerations to her participation here. There are other operators with detection art similar to Rosmontes, with different casting conditions. Rosmontes can do more than just locate. You've seen the way she fights. Dr. Shapeless, we've allowed Rosmontes to join this op because she is the best operator for the job, and because she believes as much herself. Her arts are also enough to help Amiya and I face the leader of the guerrillas. Patriot of Reunion. Yelena's...
Dr. Kaltsit, the abandoned trolley station, behind the fallen restaurant sign. The gate of number 4 secondary school, 3rd floor of the town hall clock tower.
Acknowledged.
Copy. I will go to the town hall, Dr. Kaltsit.
Then we will go to the number 4 secondary school, Doctor. Move. Help you command, Dr. Kaltsit. Precisely. Rosmontes, Amiya, and I will deal with the runners, and you, Dr. Shapeless, you will command our free units and slow the guerrilla fighters. Remember, we target only the enemies we can target. Once the guerrillas regroup, we fall back. We are here to complete our objective, not to entertain some fantastical idea of a direct fight. This will be a protracted battle. We could suffer casualties, or even total defeat. If that happens, we could be facing a new dark age for the infected.
The best possible outcome for us could be that the command squad does not appear. We head straight for the command tower and the generator area, leaving the reunion infected to handle their own problems with the infected. But he won't. Not this guerrilla commander. He won't lose control of the battle and watch his team fall apart. It is not faith alone that keeps his people together. He has the strength to live up to his name. After this battle, if all goes well, we will commit everything to a conflict with their command squad. We will face down Boldroka's T.
Holy fucking shit, that went on for all of this sometime. Jesus Christ. I need to drink some fucking water.
少々お待ちください。
Okay. Guerrilla Shield Guard covers the advance of enemy troops by making themselves more likely to be attacked. Oh. Take attacks now.
雪嵐のごとく戦場で吹雪いてみせよう。私たちにお任せください。My speed and I hail from Victoria. 貫く。
Well.
Discipline strengthens the will.
Well, that's gonna take a moment.
Target lock on.
貫く。承知した。
Okay, it's not hitting both of them.
ドクターの言う通りに発射。
みんな、私に続け。悪くない位置取りだね。
Discipline strengthens the will.
Okay.
I'll need to see proof of identity.
貫く。
Yes, Scub. I'll give you a taste of my
Fuck.
taser.
貫く。さあ、あと少し。再戦の筆記ならば
この借り100倍にて返さん。
あ、みんなや
I'll
りそう
try
な
something
面
different.
構えじゃ。
行動を開始する。
どんな戦いになるかしらね。
各自配置につけ。
My speed and I hail
Oh,
from
nice.
Victoria.
貫く。
ターゲットロックオン。Orders please. Discipline strengthens the will.
貫く。
ドローン飛べ
悪くない位置取りだね。みんな私に続け。
Fuck.
ー。オラオラ。ドクターの言う通りにするよ。はいよ。はい、こっち向いて。
貫く。
Orders please.
Fuck. It's already back here.
Crime scene investigation.
Nah. Ah, fuck.
ドクターの言う通りにするよ。
みんな私に続け。
What's happening? It won't hurt. You'll just get a little buzz.
プログラム起動します。アーツユニット起動します。
Nope, you don't reach. Okay.
Forward. みんな
So who the fuck is attacking you? Okay.
Yes, Scub. Understood.
了解。Standing by. Tactics sharpen the mind.
みんな私に続け。
ポートキャリブレーション中よ。ドローン飛べ
貫く。
外は危ないからね。
Ambriel is not targeting the big guys. Oh, I thought for sure she would take the bait.
おバカみんな私に続け。
Okay, well now I know better for when I redo this.
I feel like we've missed some clues, haven't we?
Shut the fuck up, me. I should have just trusted Ambriel. Okay. Now, I can actually stop. Jesus Christ, that scene went on for a while. Holy shit. That being said, lately, with the Hades streams, I've only been making a fool of myself. I'm just not even making it all the way to the top. So I'm gonna put Hades on hold, this Hades streams on hold, while I keep practicing off stream until I can more reliably get all the way to the top, and then I'll pick it back up. But as for the meantime, because I do want to keep making more progress with Arknights, probably gonna just keep doing Arknights on Saturdays, which is when I usually did Hades. So I guess next Arknight stream is gonna be Saturday for this week, and probably for the foreseeable future, unless something changes. So yeah, but for right now, that's gonna be it for me for today. Thank you to everyone who stopped by, I really appreciate you. And have a good one.